Dear students, very good morning to all of you. I hope you all are in fine health and you are revising your work. So dear students, today we are to start revising chapter number 13 that is United Nations. So before starting this chapter, let me take quick recapitulation of what was done yesterday. So we were doing an excerpt based question. So my question to you is question number 2. Name the organization which was established in 1920 to maintain peace after the war. So what was the organization? Mention any 3 of its objectives. Pause the video for 1 minute and just recall the objectives of League of Nations in your mind. Question number 3. More than a national pride, it was agreed to acquire colonies and thereby more money and resources that led to the World War I. Explain. So what you are to revise here? You are to revise first cause of the First World War. So pause the video for 1 minute and just recall this topic in your mind. Next question is, how did the mad race for armament led to the World War I? So in this question we are to write race of armament. So pause the video for 1 minute and recall this topic quickly in your mind. Next is the division of Europe in the beginning of the 20th century was one of the causes of World War I. Justify the given statement. So what we are to write here? We are to write the division of Europe. So pause the video for 1 minute and quickly recall this topic in your mind. Okay, I hope you all have revised this chapter. So as I already told you that today we are to start revising chapter number 13, that is the United Nations. Before revising this chapter, we will quickly go through the syllabus of this chapter, United Nations. We are to revise the objectives of United Nations, the composition and functions of the General Assembly, Security Council, and International Court of Justice. It is a very short chapter, but from board examination, from the view of board examination, this is very important chapter. Okay, so we will revise this chapter by questions. So question number 1. The organs and agencies of the United Nations organization work towards the development of the world. It is a statement where we are told that all the organs and agencies of the United Nations, they work for the development of the world. With reference to this, answer the following question and 3 sub questions are given. We are to answer those questions. So question number 1, for 3 marks, it is, what is the composition of General Assembly? We are to write the composition of General Assembly. The answer to this question is given on page number 160. Composition. All members of the United Nations are the members of General Assembly. So all members, it is the key word. All members of United Nations are the member of General Assembly. Each state has how many representatives? 5 representatives. So each state has 5 representatives in the General Assembly, but each state has only 1 vote. The words which have been circled by me are the key words of this topic. All members, 5 represent, each state has 5 representative and has 1 vote. Okay, next is assembly elects. At the start of regular session, the assembly elects a new president, means 1 president and 21 vice presidents and the chairman of the assembly's 6 main committees. Okay, so it has 1 representative and 21 1 president and 21 vice presidents and chairman of 6 main committees. Next is decisions on the important matters are made by two-third majority. Okay, so all the decisions are taken by two-third majority. So again, the points which have been circled by me are the key words of this question. So General Assembly has all members of United Nations are the members of General Assembly. Second is each state has, state means country, each state has 5 representatives but have only 1 vote. Next is it elects its 1 president and 21 presidents and chairman of 6 main committees after every year. Next is decisions on important matters are taken by two-third majority. So this is about the composition of General Assembly. Next is mention any 4 functions of ICJ. What is the full form of ICJ? The full form of ICJ is International Court of Justice. So we are to write any 4 functions of International Court of Justice. The answer to this question is given on page number 162 and 164. So first point is to settle the legal disputes submitted to it by the state. What is the first point? First function of International Court of Justice, it is to settle the legal disputes submitted to it by the states. Second is to give advisory opinion on legal questions referred to it by the duly authorized international organs and agencies. Firstly is to settle the disputes. Second is to give advisory opinion. So these are the 2 functions of International Court of Justice which are given on page number 162, and 2 other functions are given on page number 164. Third is codification of international law. So International Court of Justice codify international law. Fourth is it may also recommend terms of settlement. So firstly it was to settle the dispute, second is to give advisory opinion, third is codification of international law, and fourth is to recommend terms of settlements. Next is mention any 4 functions of General Assembly. So now we are to write any 4 functions of General Assembly. The answer to this question is given on page number 161. So firstly it is admission of new members. Firstly, General Assembly admit new member. Second is suspension or expulsion of the members. Second point is suspension or expulsion of the members. So from admission of the member we can write 3 points. General Assembly admit new member on the advice of Security Council. General Assembly suspends members on the advice of Security Council. General Assembly can expulse or it can remove any member on the advice of Security Council. So these are the 3 points. Next is to consider and approve the budget of the United Nations. Okay, it is our 4th point. What is to be considered and approved? Budget. So budget of the United Nations, like Indian budget is passed by Lok Sabha. So budget of the United Nations is also passed by the General Assembly. Next is to elect the non-permanent members of Security Council. So we are also to elect the non-permanent members of Security Council. Next is to elect the judges of International Court of Justice. All the judges of International Court of Justice, they are elected by the General Assembly along with the Security Council. Next is to appoint the Secretary General on the recommendation of the Security Council. So Secretary General of United Nations, he is also appointed by the General Assembly. So we have revised near about 7 functions of United Nations. Firstly, General Assembly. Firstly, admission of members. Secondly, suspension. Thirdly, expulsion. Fourthly, passing the budget. Fifthly, to elect the non-permanent members of Security Council. Next, to elect the judges of International Court of Justice. Next, to appoint the Secretary General on the recommendation of the Security Council. So this is very important question. Next question is, United Nations aims to achieve international peace and security. In this context, answer the following. So a statement is given where one of the objectives of United Nations is given, which states that United Nations aims to achieve international peace and security. So in this context, we are to answer the questions which are given. First question is, what is the composition of International Court of Justice? So we are to write the composition of International Court of Justice. The answer to this question is given on page number 162. The court is composed of 15 judges elected to 9-year terms of office by United Nations General Assembly and Security Council. Okay, next is elections are held every 3 years for 1/3 of the seats, and retiring judges may be re-elected. So all the points which I have encircled, these are the key words of this topic. So the court has 15 judges. Each judge is elected for a term of 9 years. Judges are elected by General Assembly and Security Council sitting separately. So elections are held after every 3 years, and retiring judges may be re-elected. It means that 1/3 of the judges retire after every 3 years. So composition 15 judges, term 9 years, elected by General Assembly and Security Council. Elections are held after every 3 years for 1/3 of the seats, because we know that 1/3 of the judges retire after every 3 years.